What's going on, guys? Dottz here, and today I'm bringing you the fourth video of my BDO Account Progression series, and I have not made a video for this series in quite some time. I think the last time I made a video for this was in the end of October, so it's been about 3 months since I have made a video showcasing you guys what has been going on with my BDO account, and a lot has happened in that time. I mean, the first obvious thing is that I'm on a completely different character. You know, we did change from the Striker over to the Draconia, and in the 3 months that, it's been since I made an update to the series, quite a lot has changed with the account. So a lot to go over today, why I re-rolled to a different class, what progress I've made, what my plans are going forward, etc. So I'm excited to go over all of that with you guys. But before we do get into today's video, I do just want to thank our sponsor, eWin Racing. I've been using an eWin Racing gaming chair for my stream setup for a long time now, and I absolutely love it. It's got all the things you would expect from your gaming chair. It's got a lumbar pillow, it's got a neck support. You are able to move the back up and down. Of course, you are able to ascend and descend with an arm on the side of the chair, and you are also able to move and adjust the angle of the armrest, which can be really handy depending on where you have your mouse positioned. The build quality of the chair is really good. It's extremely comfortable, and I'm able to sit in this thing for hours with absolutely no issue. If you want to pick up a chair for yourself, I personally have the Champion model. You are able to go onto eWin's website and shop their current available listings. They have some current deals and ongoings on their homepage. You can then look at their list of gaming chairs as well as their new line of gaming desks and find some specials of what they have on for sale. You can pick anything up from their store for 30% off using code DOTTS at checkout and clicking the link in the description below. All right, guys, but now that we are back from the ad break, let's talk about the Awakened Draconia first. We did re-roll from the Striker over to the Draconia, and the first question that many people are probably going to ask is why. BDO has been a game that I've struggled very much to kind of find a main in, just because my typical play style that will play in most video games, which is more of like a melee dot bruiser, think Magic of Dragon Knight from ESO. If you play Albion, something like Bear Paws. If you play World of Warcraft, either Unholy DK or Affliction Warlock, depending on the patch. I've even played Feral Druid before. So I'm always into those like melee, dot'em, and rod'em classes, and BDO just doesn't really necessarily play that way. So it's been a bit of a challenge for me to kind of find my like a class footing in the game. And Awakened Draconia and the changes that they did to the class back at the end of 2022 is actually what really pushed me to start playing the class. I really love the aesthetic. I mean, again, the dragon theme is very similar to my Mag DK, which is a class that I mained for 5 years playing the Elder Scrolls Online. I know that the dots aren't like necessarily a crazy significant portion of the Draconia's damage, but the entire Hexblood kit's got, multiple pain and burn dots in it. I have a bunch of, and not in this kit necessarily in this set of add-ons, but in like my tier 1 add-ons, I put a bunch of bleeds in. So like, she technically does have dots in her kit. But, mainly it's just, I just really enjoy her play style a lot. I feel like she has the ability with kind of her movement kit. She has the ability to get in, deal the damage she wants to deal, and then have the mobility to be able to escape. And then she's also tanky enough, I feel, with like the heals that come out, that I can go in and really deal that damage and feel safer if I play my cards right, which is why I really like her. Now, I will say I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of some of the changes that she got here early in 2023. I was a bigger fan of the way she was prior, near the end of 2022. But admittedly, it's still because I am taking some time to get used to it. I feel like her rotation has changed a little bit. Her protections have changed. I feel like the priorities between Hexblood and Dragonblood have just changed a little bit. Just the general mindset, I think, behind Awakened Draconia has shifted a bit. But she's still really fun to play, and definitely my favorite class in the game, and will be my main until they create something that I potentially like more. But I've been basically maining her since basically the last video. Like literally right after I think I made that account progression update 3, I talked about like, oh, I'm going to test over the next week if I'm going to change classes or not. And then obviously I did. So I've mained her now for about 3 months. Now, we have made a lot of progress in that 3 months. So as you can see, I got my dine next to me in the background. We did have that, you know, we did talk about that in the last video, that we did achieve the Dream Horse. Dream Horse is also basically 100% trained up, got all the skills on it. I'm still training some of them up to 100%, but the Dream Horse is like perfect and maxed out, and I got all the perks and everything that I want. Put some nice gear on it as well. Now, in terms of our gear, though, that is where we've made a significant amount of progress. So as you can see, I think my DP in my last video was 319, and we are now up to 343. So we got our pens on our helmet. I literally bought this right before I made this video. We got the Pen Begs gloves from the Magnus, and then around the time the Magnus came out, I put a good amount of time into grinding and then bought the Uragon's boots when they were really, really cheap, because, you know, people were selling off some of their pen pieces that they didn't need just because they were getting free ones from the Magnus. So I got the Uragon shoes at a steal. So I got, you know, this from the Magnus, this from just, again, really good deal, and then I literally bought this, like I said, like 10 minutes before I made this video. I also, besides the pen gear, I did buy and upgrade my alchemy stone, so I do have a sharp alchemy stone of destruction now, just as like a better alchemy stone compared to the spirit stones, just because I plan on pushing off my Vel's heart a little bit, which we're going to talk about in a hot second. So this I bought as like a stopgap between, you know, not just using the spirit stones and then being able to actually get Vels. Besides that, looking at my old video, I don't really think a lot else has changed. I think I have Coffers level 1 in my boots, Coffers level 2 in my gloves, or Coffers level 6 in my chest, and then the helmet doesn't have any in it because I just bought it. Jewelry and accessories have not changed. My the only thing that changed with my AP is that I completed the Barrier of Infestation quest line. And around the time that I was doing this, I needed some money, so I pulled the Coffers out of my Zarka main hand and like invested them, just because, you know, the 1 AP there wasn't really doing anything for me. It was just kind of like money sitting there. So I just yoinked the Coffers out of there and then, you know, spent them on things that I needed. It was also, I think, during an event where the Coffers removal was like, you know, a 1 silver per coffer. So it was a really, really good deal. But I do plan on replacing this at some point with probably either another God Eye or a Black Star weapon. So I really wasn't like too bent up about removing the coffers from it. So besides the Barrier of Infestation, I don't think I think I've done the Kama Sylvia quest line for the 1 DP. I haven't done Odalita yet for the 1 AP. And I'm still, you know, not the furthest on my logbooks. Like, you know, they're coming along. But admittedly, I do need to put some work into them. Now, this kind of begs the question, okay, Dottz, we understand now why you've moved to the Draconia. We see where your gear is now. Well, what's the plan going forward? So now with my current AP and DP, the amount of grind spots that I can grind at really, really opens up. However, I do, especially because I am playing the Occ track, and I don't want to necessarily keep pushing it off, I'm probably going to take a break from grinding just purely for cash and start grinding for the mana potion. At least I'm going to be doing it in tandem with trying to grind for some money. So maybe I'll do like 1 day mana potion, 1 day money grind, 1 day mana potion, 1 day money grind. Maybe kind of do it like that. So, I mean, I do have some of the mana potion done. Like, I have the 47 pieces of the Tashira piece. Besides that, I don't really have anything else. And so we do have the health pot. But I think I'm going to basically bounce between grinding for that health potion, or that mana potion rather, and then maybe grinding at orcs, or if I can't, you know, find an orc that's not constant duel for spot, then I'll just go to Lower Sakraya and grind there. Now, once I move past the mana potion, or, you know, while I'm still grinding and assuming, you know, I'm making money and I'm going up, the plan at this point is any coffers that I get, I'm going to keep investing into my gear to gain additional DP. We're also, like I said, at coffers level 6 on the chest. We want to keep driving towards the Fallen God armor. But my next big purchase right now is going in you know, on the account, is definitely going to be that Vel's Heart. I want to save up to replace that Spirit Stone with the Vel's Heart. And then after the Vel's Heart, I'm honestly not sure. I've been on the fence kind of with where I want to go from there. I'm considering, do I, maybe do I go God Eye in the main hand or Black Star in the main hand, or maybe I start getting some like not BIS pen accessories, but like some, or maybe like shifting some of my like these like pen capoche accessories away and maybe towards some of like Tet Tungrads just to gain some additional AP. I'm still kind of weighing my options after I get my Vel's Heart with kind of like what direction I want to walk in. I'm obviously working on still getting my pen accessory completed, but if you guys have any thoughts, you can feel free to leave them below. I definitely feel like there's a lot of different paths I can follow with my gear from this point. It's just a matter of kind of deciding what I want to do. But right now, those are kind of the different spots I'm grinding in and what I'm grinding for. I guess on the non-combat side, I am still working on like my life skills and getting my cook to guru cooking. I'm like so close. I'm closing in. I think I'm like maybe 5 levels away from guru cooking, so that's going to give me a lot of passive income, especially because like I already have so many Balanos meals just chilling in my bank here. We also obviously did do the Magnus, so that's completed, so we got all the perks with that. Yeah, we got 51,000 Balanos meals and then 6,700 special Balanos meals. So we have done quite a lot of cooking. So that's going to be nice just for some passive income. But then I guess otherwise, the only other thing has been Arena of Solaire. Arena of Solaire, I swear, I feel like when I play AOS, I either do nothing but win or I do nothing but lose. Like at the beginning of the season, I was kicking butt and I was like rank 7 Draconia for like 1 day. And then I just went on this like horrific losing streak. And now I'm back in like, I'm down in like in the shitters, so I'm kind of trying to climb back up onto the PvP leaderboards. But she's super fun in Solaire. I really like her a lot. I've just been like debating whether or not I've wanted to use core Tectonic Slam or core Extinction or Sundering Roar. Just like with the changes to her kit, I definitely miss Extinction being protected. I don't know. I've just gotten so used to core Tectonic Slam and having the protected movement. And plus I do use it to engage quite a lot for a lot of my combos. So it feels really super weird like whenever I've moved away from it. So I've kept it for that reason, but I've definitely been considering trying other ones. I think that's pretty much it. I mean, like I said, I don't really plan on working on any of the characters right now, unless like a new character comes out that like really is going to suit my playstyle, or if BDO finally implements like a true Dottz class, which I don't know if that'll ever happen. But the Draconia has been super fun, man. I love her aesthetically. Her playstyle is super fun. There's also not a lot of people that play her, but she's been a great time, man. She's been a great time. I guess in terms of like my plans, I guess we could talk about for like what I'm going to do with my gear. In case you can tell, this video was super unscripted. I guess in terms of like long-term plans, I've been considering like, eventually my goal is to get, Pen Narc earrings, Clouded Eye of the Ruins rings, Valtara belt, an Ogre necklace, and then probably, double God Eye or double Blackstone weapons with my Kudum shard for PvE, or obviously Nuver for PvP. But like I said, something I've been debating on the accessory front is when this Ring of the Crescent Guardian turns pen, I've been debating changing this to a Narc ear accessory, right? Replacing that open ring now with a Tet Tungrad ring, and then replacing my Pen Capocha belt with a Tet Tungrad belt. So I feel like I'll gain a decent amount of AP for like not nearly as much money as if I just go straight for pen accessories. So it's something I've been thinking about. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But like I said, the Vel's Heart is definitely the next thing on our list, because I really, really, really want to get rid of this alchemy stone and actually have a Vel's Heart. But that's currently my plans, and then otherwise we're just conferencing for Libresca and Fallen Gods. So yeah, hopefully I'll start checking in with you guys more frequently. I won't wait 3 or 4 months to make another one of these. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this update, even though it was a little more off the cuff. But if you did, I'd appreciate it if you left a like on it. Any questions or comments on the account or things that I've talked about in this video, please feel free to leave them below. And of course, guys, subscribe for more BDO and other MMORPG guides and gameplay. So thank you all so much for stopping by today. I do very much appreciate it. As always, I'm Dottz Gaming, and I'll talk to you all very soon.